Hey everybody, welcome to Collab the Flabs live February weigh-in event, and we are very privileged to have a special guest today, Phil O'Reilly.
What's up,
Woo-woo!
guys? I'm honored to be on here. I really appreciate the invite.
Oh no, we're just so excited to have you on here because you have been like a huge support of our project, and we really appreciate that. It's been so awesome to have you. I know you only have a little bit of time because you're coming in from Playlist. So I figured we could start really fast if you could just tell us like your background, like your credentials of being a physical trainer and how you kind of got to that point.
Yeah, I just kind of got more into the health and nutrition stuff like 3 years ago or so, and really just kind of dove into all organic stuff and natural ways to lose weight and effective ways to lose weight, and then I became a certified personal trainer 6 months ago, and I started out helping a lot of my friends lose weight, and then I decided, I might as well start doing this kind of as my profession. So the stuff that you guys are doing is like super exciting, and like this whole idea of the 500 pounds thing for the that for the year is just awesome, and it gets me all fired up and excited. So.
Yes, it fires us up too. It's like a daunting task, but it's nice to have like other people doing it with us.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if you just kind of, I have some kind of tips and pointers and stuff I can kind of go over that might help a little bit. Is that what you want me to do, maybe?
Yeah,
Or?
for sure. If you have some tips for us, like you just said, and then we have a couple of questions that we have and some questions on Twitter that we can go through really fast. And whenever you are running out of time, just let us know, and then we'll cut it off.
Okay, cool. So really just the main thing is that in my mind, really diets don't work. It's really you got to stop doing a diet eventually at some point. You can't diet the rest of your life. So really it's just about adding in the good things, and one of the best ways that you can do that is by getting like a blender and making like green smoothies with spirulina and spinach and all the stuff like that, and starting your day off with that, and just adding in all the good nutrients that you can, because most people are starving on a cellular level. So a lot of people are like in a constant state of hunger because they're getting food, but they're not getting satiated with nutrients. So they're always just kind of hungry, and then a big thing too is just avoiding processed foods, because 80% of processed foods have MSG in it. And MSG literally is what they use to, like, if you want to do tests on a mouse, that's what they do to make it fat. They give it MSG, and it's in 80% of our food. So that's kind of scary thought. But also intermittent fasting is something that you can do where you only eat between 11 a.m. and like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So basically at night you're fasting, and in the morning you're burning the fat on your body for energy instead of the food in your stomach. And that could really help, especially if you work out in the morning. So if you get up in the morning, you go and work out, move your body a little bit, you're burning all fat instead of the stuff that's on your stomach for energy. So that's a good little tip. And then also for exercise, interval training. When you work out, spend 20 minutes, do a quick 5-minute warm up on a treadmill or something like that, and then go as fast as you can for 30 seconds, and then you're going to go slow for a minute and a half and recover, and then fast as you can for 30 seconds, and then recover for a minute and a half, and do that 8 times. And have no sugar 2 hours after, and that releases human growth hormone naturally in your body, which burns twice as much fat, twice as much calories. So anyways, those are like little tips that I usually use that are kind of, help you burn the most and lose the most weight in a shorter period of time. But sorry, that was a lot of information.
No, I know. I'm scribbling down notes over here. But luckily this is recorded and we can come back and watch it too. I don't know what I was thinking of that. No, that's awesome tips. That's really awesome. Does anybody have any questions about what he just went over?
Yeah, kind of. I know that you were saying no sugars for 2 hours after a workout. What do you recommend as far as like meals after workout, or like whether it's a recovery drink or anything like that?
So primarily, just when you're doing the interval training, to where you're bringing your heart rate up for 30 seconds and then back down for a minute and a half. When you do the interval training, then you really don't want to have any sugar or fructose that blocks the human growth hormone releasing naturally in your body. But if you're just going out for, a jog, a 20-minute jog, or lifting weights or something like that, then the fructose isn't as big a deal. Typically after I work out, I will get, I like to make a smoothie, and I just try to find protein that's more natural, that doesn't have all the chemically stuff in it. And then I always add spirulina to my smoothies, which is a very highly absorbable protein. And it's basically green algae that grows in fresh water, and it's super high in chlorophyll, which is very nourishing, and it has like 70% absorbable protein that you can ingest, and so you're kind of getting all your good nutrients and you're getting your protein that way too. But you got to mix in like a couple of strawberries or maybe a banana or something like that, because it doesn't. I mean, it's a distinguished taste, but you can definitely cut it out when you add a little bit of fruit. So. But I try to go organic when it comes to protein.
Yeah, algae can't get much more organic than that, right?
I promise it's not that bad. I promise. It really
you have a fish tank,
just scrape it out. Yeah, it's only a serving's like a teaspoon.
Oh, so. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Anybody else have anything from just what he's gone over in there before we start other questions?
Well, those were great tips. That's what I want to say. Things that I've never heard of. So.
They covered a couple of questions I actually already had, so I was like, oh, okay.
Thanks. And do most of you guys have Netflix?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you go on and watch Hungry for Change, and that, I don't know if some of you have seen it or not, but they have it on Netflix, and it's like the most amazing documentary. I like to watch it every couple of months just because it gets me fired up again. And it basically teaches that fact that, diets don't work, and you want to add in the nutrients, and explains about MSG and most food products that are processed, it's just like cigarettes, right? Back in the 60s, they added the 50s and 60s, they added the nicotine into cigarettes to make you more addicted to them, and they do the same thing with most processed foods. They add in things to make you more addicted to it. So, that's processed foods are bad. Even we all eat it sometimes. It is what it is. But if I try to avoid that, as much as I can.
Well, so speaking of that, we had a few questions that asked in regards to like cheat meals or cheat days. Some diets have like a whole day of cheating. How do you feel about cheat meals or cheat items?
Well, to me, every time you stress out about something, it's a chemical reaction in your body, and it's a negative reaction. So if you're going to do it, feel good about it. You know what I mean? If you're going to have something, just eat it, and if it's okay to do it, you know what I mean? You're not going to not eat a cookie the rest of your life, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for me, I just think that you got to live a little, and it's okay, But I don't know. It's okay to have cheat meals if you ask me.
It's kind of part of it, I think.
Yeah.
But so you have a cheat meal obviously here and there. Like, would you recommend then, if someone in our position, like, should we do more of a workout, or like you said, just don't stress about it and just keep your workouts consistent?
So if I know I'm going to do, so I like to do the things where like the intermittent fasting, where I only eat between 11 and 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So, if you can fit in some food that's not as good there, at least you're like fasting between 7 o'clock at night till 11 o'clock in the morning, so you're still able to you're still getting time where you're not eating as much because you're not eating late at night and stuff. So, typically I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like cheating early in the morning, and I'll eat really well, and I'll have a salad in the afternoon, and then early evening rolls around, and then that's when I kind of if I'm going to do something, I eat something that, a little naughty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it happens, it's okay, but typically most of the day I'm good at eating well in the morning and for lunch. It's just kind of at dinner I get a little sweet tooth at night, so I always try to prepare myself with a healthy alternative, whether it's something with almond butter, and an apple or something like that, where I know I'm going to get a sweet tooth. So if I keep myself stocked with trail mix or something like that, and something healthy, then I reach for those things. But the key too is I just don't buy it. If I know I'm going to eat it and I should be eating it, I just don't buy it, because when you actually have to go to the grocery store and go out and buy it, you're less likely to go get it.
Yeah, for sure. One question I had, just because I have looked at so many different lifestyle changes and that sort of thing. Like some of them I look at, like Weight Watchers now, their fruit and veggies are 0 points, and they like basically say you can have unlimited of those throughout the day. Like,
Yeah.
how do you feel about counting those calories versus being unlimited with those?
You can't really count. To me, I don't count calories because every calorie is different. I can have 500 calories of Twinkies, and it's not the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I try not to get hung up on counting calories. But I mean, Weight Watchers is a documented program that works for people. You know what I mean? But you don't stay on Weight Watchers forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the problem. You know. So to me, I just add in the good stuff. I try to add in an organic salad with avocado and superfoods, good fats. The good fats that make me feel fuller longer. Stuff with more fiber and protein that I feel a little fuller longer that way. So.
Okay. So we have a bunch of questions also on Twitter because it's cold right now, and you already answered one question, which made me laugh about shoveling the snow. But Denise asks about any ideas for workouts at home during the winter. And I know you just put up on your channel, you put up a quick at-home workout.
I did, and I'm going to put up some more, I promise. I'm going to do that this month. It helps if you have, the first thing when it comes to workouts is get a friend to work out with you, because it's accountability, because it's so easy for me by myself to say no,
Mm-hmm.
So the home workouts, like, really you can YouTube stuff, but the interval training, you can do jump squats, do 15 jump squats, rest a minute and a half, do another 15 jump squats, rest a minute and a half, 6 to 8 times. You'll get a good workout. You're bringing your heart rate up and down, you're using your fast twitch muscle fibers, explosive movements, and then, like, that'll burn twice as much fat and more calories. But I'm going to put up more videos, I promise. More stuff you can do at home. And I can't stay too long. I got everybody in here. We're about to go out to Universal Studios.
No, fine. Thank you so much for at least taking those questions. Those were some amazing tips in just a short amount of time.
Cool. And I'll hop on next month if you want, and I'll answer more questions for you guys.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We'll keep in touch.
Cool. So I thank you so much for having me, guys. And I really want to answer all these questions. I love this stuff. I get really fired up about it, and really just want to encourage you guys to keep this up. And the power of the group is awesome. And if you have any questions, you can email me at philoreilly86@gmail.com, and I'll try to help you guys out. So thank you so much for having me, guys.
Thank you so much, Phil.
Thanks for being here.
All right, see ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you, bud.
Bye.
Awesome. Okay, sorry. Awesome, guys. Well, that was some really awesome advice. I scribbled down all these notes, and then I was like, well, I guess I can just go back and rewatch that. So for those of you who we didn't get to your questions on Twitter, as you heard, he is probably going to try and jump in on our next month's broadcast. So we'll have to keep in touch with him and see if we can align that. Maybe this is something that he can do every month, just kind of jump in for a few minutes and answer questions. Another thing about Phil is he's really awesome to answer tweets. So if he didn't answer your question, you can also try tweeting him. I'm going to put all of the links and stuff below. I had to create a new room, so I didn't get all of the information linked down at the bottom they had before. So I will get all of that linked up to this chat after. But, so, back to our normal live scheduled event where we need to give you guys our weigh-in. And as you can tell, there's only 4 of us today. Unfortunately, as you might have remembered from last week's weigh-in, Chantel moved homes and her internet is still not hooked up, dang it. Her weight, though, is the same. She has been still kicking butt, but she just had a plateau week this week. She can give some more details on her next weigh-in. Who wants to go first? I guess we'll just answer kind of the regular questions. We'll just go down the line and just do them live. Anybody volunteer to go first?
I'll go if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so not too much happened this week. I did really skating twice. the weather wasn't to go skating all the time because that's like my workout that I love to do in the winter. But I didn't end up losing any weight this week. The exact same. And yeah, I gotta try hard. That's basically it's just basically what I gotta do. I know I'm not trying hard.
Well, it's a matter of finding motivation. I mean, in the wintertime, when the days are shorter and you're just kind of holed up in your house, like it is kind of hard to get that motivation. But I think, like what Phil was saying, there's a lot of stuff that you can do at home. And I think that just like making it a routine, you know, just like forcing it, like every day at this time, this is when I go work out, regardless of leaving the house or doing a YouTube video, you know. I think maybe that can help. I mean, I'm in the same boat, so. All right, any other moments, Jonah?
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say that I think that now that we got through January, know more about like what we want to do, and I think like for me, I feel more ready and more motivated for this month than I was last month because I went so long without doing anything, and then all at once this came about, and it was kind of hard to get used to. So I feel like January was a month where just getting into things, and now I'm just ready to really commit to it. So that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, good. That's awesome, dude. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. I've lost 0.6 pounds this week so far. I'm at 347.4, which isn't terrible. My biggest thing is staying motivated. Luckily, I found a few sources of motivation for me. I don't know if anybody watched our week 4 update, but I get a lot of motivation from Pinterest. There's a lot of motivational things on there. There are a lot of people, quotes, workouts, things like that. A lot of before and after pictures. I love before and after pictures because, obviously if somebody else is doing it, you can do it.
Yeah.
The other thing that's been motivating me a good bit is, again, I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but DietBet. It's basically a site that it's like this contest. You have to lose, like, say, 3% of your weight within, like, a month, and all these people, you paid, like, $20 to get into it, or $25, and whoever loses 3% after that month, everybody gets to split this pot. Right now I'm doing Shay Carl's Butler Family Transformation on DietBet. I think the pot's like $70,000 right now, something crazy. So, yeah, and anybody can join in at any time. It's for the next 6 months, and each month they can join in. But and they have a bunch of them, like Chris Powell from Extreme Weight Loss, I think it is, or one of those, and Jillian Michaels has one that's I think has a pot size of like $350,000. But it's one of those things that just you have this group of people that hold you accountable. You have an opportunity to win money and things like that. I mean, you've earned that money if you do win, but it's something that, you have a specific date and timeline. It's like with school or anything else where there's no deadline per se. I mean, we have this year deadline, but I think that having these little milestones, these short time frame milestones that we're trying to reach, that's what DietBet kind of does for me. So I've found a lot of motivation in DietBet. So
awesome. Yeah, I'm doing that same DietBet, and I'm kind of nervous because our first weigh-in is this week. I'll be interested to see where I end up at the middle of the week, but I think I'm okay with it. But it's been kind of cool because there's a lot of people from the CTFXC group that I admin. They are actually doing it also, and they've been a good motivation. So it's fun that there's a couple of us doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Stephanie, do you want to give us an update?
Okay, hi. I actually am 346.4, so I've lost 2 pounds this week, so I was like really happy.
Hold on.
That's awesome.
4? Did you say
346.4?
Awesome! Congrats! Woo! I had to write it down, so I had to process before I could cheer, but that's exciting. Yay.
Yeah, I haven't really exercised much this week. I did try to like get more active, and I think a big thing was that I was like spending way too much time on the computer, which is probably, you know, a thing that all of us have with doing YouTube, but like I was like way too much. So I was like, I'm gonna stay away from it and get out and just like be active. So not necessarily exercising, but just being more active and getting away from the computer. And I try to really drink water, and I really think that has made a big difference. Those would be the two things that I think made a big difference this week.
Well, yeah, that's crazy cool. So, like, if you had to estimate how many hours you were, like, kind of on the computer before and then how many hours you're doing now, how many hours do you think you were able to cut out?
I don't know. That's embarrassing.
Well, that's why I didn't say, like, how many hours total. I do a lot, so trust me, I'm right there with you. I think that's awesome. We're actually canceling our cable this week, so.
I don't know. I do know that I tend to stay up like really, really late, which I know you do too. So pretty much when the kids went to bed, like let's say at 9 o'clock, I was on the computer till 5 o'clock. And then I was on it like throughout the day too.
Mm.
So if like Lily's watching a movie, I'm on the computer. Or, you know, I gotta stop. So I think like in total I've probably been on like 4 hours a day this week. So, I mean, and that's better. I know that sounds awful, but
No, that's awesome.
I mean, the stuff that goes into editing and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, YouTube is your job. Like, I don't think a lot of people realize that when you run a channel or multiple channels, as most of us do, it's not just the editing, the filming, the putting on YouTube. We also spend a lot of hours working on different social media sites. And so I know it sounds bad. Like, I mean, I could say easily I put in 40 hours of internet time a week.
Oh, easy.
If that's like lowballing it, if we're being honest. And that sounds bad, but that's like part of the job, you know.
Well,
so
and especially as like smaller channels.
Yeah.
Part of our job, I feel like, is supporting other smaller channels.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just because to get the community built up.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, that's it. It all plays into it. So then it's kind of like finding the balance of, like you said, like being active while still doing all of that.
Yeah.
Chloe, can you go bathe yourself somewhere else? Sorry, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye and it was driving me nuts. Sorry, guys. That is real life for you. Well, that's awesome. Awesome. You trophy home because you lost the most. I was down to 305.0, so I lost 0.6 as well, which I am going to gladly, like anytime I'm the same or lost a little bit, I'm gladly taking because, like Jonah said, this last month was very difficult for me just because trying to get back into the swing of things. January is always just a really hard month for me in general, just with dealing with my depression. There's that sad seasonal affective disorder. I think my depression really does get worse in the winter. Utah is having this really weird moment where it's February and we were in like t-shirts and flip-flops today because it was almost 70 degrees, which is unheard of for Utah in February. So that's actually been helping, and I've been wanting to go do more. Tyson and I actually went on a double date Friday night, and we went to the rec center, and we walked around the track, and then we went to the pool, and they have like this lazy river that we did kind of like, we walked laps in that for a little bit, and then sat in the hot tub, and it was so much fun, like, because Tyson's brother and our sister-in-law, they're trying to lose weight as well, and so it's like trying to find things that don't center around food, you know. And that was such a fun date. Like, I kind of want to do that, like, at least monthly. You know, like, that was a lot of fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It
That's
was
another
kinda
thing.
awesome.
Like, why does our culture and like going out and having fun usually involve food? If you think about it, like, what do you do on dates generally? You go out to eat.
Yep. It always
The
has
media
even,
has
like,
us warped.
coffee.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Jonah?
The media has us warped.
It's true. Well, and like the most common date ever is dinner and a movie. So you go eat and then you're sedentary for 2 hours. Like, like what in the world? Why did that? And trust me, that's like my most favorite date. I get it, but it's just like it's so insane to me that that's exactly what we do, you know?
Going out to dinner kind of has like this nostalgia for me, you know, like it's this time when, like, especially like growing up, you know, your families come together, you know, your friends come together, so like it's kind of like you're raised a certain way, and if you've got a big family, that's when everybody gets together, and you know, food is like something you bond over, and it becomes an experience, not just because you're eating, but you know, like if you can't think of anything to do, you eat. If you know, what do we do now? Like, what are we gonna do for dinner while you're eating lunch? You're already thinking about it. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what it is. I mean, like even right now, Tyson's over there making us dinner, and it's just kind of like this whole time I'm like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. Like I constantly have food on my brain. I'm openly a food addict, though. Like I seriously have to admit, like you said, like while you're eating one meal, I'm already thinking, what can I eat next? And that's like insane. I wonder if there's like a rehab program. There has to be a rehab program for overeaters. I mean,
Oh yeah, there is.
There's Overeaters Anonymous.
yeah, I've heard of that one.
Is it Gene Simmons? Is Gene Simmons the guy from Kiss? It's Gene Simmons,
Yes,
right?
Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to one of those overeater health spa things in California. I don't know if you ever remember watching Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, but I think it was on MTV. But his girlfriend or wife, or whatever, made him go to this spa because he was really unhealthy. And they like make all the meals for you, and they force you to work out and all these things. But he was paying like one of the assistants there like $600 to bring him a TV and fast food like every day. And
Oh my God.
when you have that kind of money, I guess you can swing it. But
I know, right?
but yeah, it definitely exists.
That's so crazy. My parents have a summer home in southern Utah, or a second home, I don't know what you call it. And it's right by the Biggest Loser ranch that's in southern Utah. And I'm like, can somebody just like give me a scholarship to go there for a week? Like, it's not that I can't. It's kind of hard, and I know like this is like justification and excuses galore, but like it's really hard to do this when you have a full-time job. Like Monday through Friday, I work 8 to 5, and then I've got YouTube on top of that, and it's like, where am I going to find the time? And the simple truth is that I have to make time, and a lot of my viewers on my channel have been really awesome because I've just straight up told them like my health has to come first, and I'm not putting up as many vlogs as I was because I just don't have the time to do it anymore because I have to get to the gym, or I have to even just making dinners that are more organized dinners versus before. I would just eat, like, we'd just eat whatever for dinner. So it's like trying to keep that organized. It's hard.
Yeah. Stay strong. Stay strong.
You might have said that to me on earlier. On Twitter,
Probably.
he said stay strong. Hashtag the struggle is real.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, is just trying to stay strong.
That's crazy. Crazy that we are still all in this. Can you guys believe that we have made it a whole month? And to give you an update, our little group in the month of January and the first week of February, we have lost 33.5 pounds.
That's awesome.
Like a small child.
I'm proud of all you guys.
I know, we've done really good. I mean, considering everything that we've all gone through, I think that, I mean, we're doing really awesome. I think that in the summertime, we need to, like, all kick it into gear, and I don't know, like, I think we're doing awesome. Oh, okay, so apparently everybody was chatting on a different chat page, which I think I know what the problem was. So for everybody that's just joining us, I'm so sorry. I did create another event, and then that link kind of failed, and I couldn't broadcast live. So I apologize, and of course it's never a Water's Life event without a delay or some sort of technical difficulty, so I don't think you really expected anything less. I'm glad that you guys found us over here. I'm going to cancel, well, maybe not. I'll have to figure out the other room. I'm so sorry that there is two. But Frankie is asking what he missed. You did miss Phil. Phil only had a quick few minutes while he was, he's at Playlist, so he was awesome to join in and do that for us. You can go back and watch, the rest of the broadcast when it is published. He really didn't have much time to take very many of the Twitter questions, so we are going to try and have him in March. He offered to come back for our March broadcast, and he'll probably have a little bit more time to take more questions then. So I apologize for that, you guys. Do you guys have any questions for us while we're in here? This chat window is, there we go. I should probably open the other one too. We'll wait for the chat to live up. Sorry guys, I'm just going to tweet out that that one went down, but I thought it was going to connect over. Now the chat is done. Let me go over here to, so we have some tweets. Okay, so we got a bunch of questions about, oh, okay, somebody was asking this to Phil, but I'd be interested in your guys' question, or your answers. What have you guys been, like, snacking on, your snacks that you've been going on lately?
Well, I'll answer first, and like y'all kind of noticed, like, I'm become addicted to like hummus and carrots. That is my thing right now. Like I have literally, I can't even tell you how many like little tubs of hummus I've went through. But yeah, that has been my thing like the month of January. It's like love.
What flavor of hummus? Because I'm so
like the garlic one. I like the roasted garlic.
Okay, that's the one I like. No, not the garlic. I've been trying to roast the red pepper, and I think I'm mixing that up with the garlic.
I don't know. I've only had like 2 flavors, and it was like a lemon, and I didn't like it. This was years ago, and so I thought I didn't like it. But then I was like, I'm just going to try it, and I tried the roasted garlic, and I absolutely love it.
Okay. Oh, that sounds so good, though. What about you guys? And you are dudes in the room. What are you guys munching on?
I've been munching on I don't know if you've heard of Kirkland has. You can get them at Costco. These little 100-calorie bars. That they're like little chocolate chip bars. It's probably not the healthiest thing, but it's only 100 calories in them. I've got these like munchies. I can just eat one of those really quick and be on my way, especially if I'm on the road or on a shoot or something like that. It's just super quick, easy, and only 100 calories as opposed to a lot of these other so-called snacks that end up being about 400 calories. So quick and easy. Or bananas. I love bananas, so I've been eating good amount of bananas.
Eat more fruit too. That's a good one. Fruit. I don't know why. Like when Tyson and I had weight loss surgery in 2011, they like didn't let us have fruit because it's sugar, which I mean makes sense, but I mean natural sugar, so whatever. But like now I just have it in my, like I just don't have fruit in my routine very much. But like we've gotten some apples, and then now we're like, I got some cantaloupe because now I'm like I just want cantaloupe.
I love cantaloupe.
I'm like trying to, no, I know cantaloupe is my favorite. Like I'm just trying to like add more like fruit into my diet now. Jonah, what have you been snacking?
I don't know if this is a southern thing, but like literally in spring and summer, we will have like cantaloupe as like part of our meal.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if that's like a southern thing, but yeah, that'll be like in every like supper or whatever. We have like sliced cantaloupe.
It's really good with breakfast.
I know it's like really bad if you're counting your sodium, but I love to put a little bit of salt on mine. It sounds gross, but it's so good. Like just
My mom puts salt. I don't put salt on anything.
I think my doctor told me, because my sodium levels are okay, like they're not high or anything, but with the amount of water I drink, and we work with a nutrition and exercise consultant who said the same thing. Like, so I drink so much water that it flushes it out. So I don't restrict my salt, but I don't add it on things that I know I'm not going to taste it. But you can taste it on yourself, and it's good.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it on that than like in scrambled eggs.
Good old Scrambies.
Oh, I know. I'm like addicted to eggs right now. That's like my go-to protein right now is eggs.
Yeah, I've been trying to find other alternatives to like my normal breakfast. I've been doing like a protein shake in the morning, and I'll just put fruit in it, especially like bananas or apples, because it kind of boosts my energy a little bit with the sugars and things like that, but it's a little bit more natural sugar, so it's not as bad for you, but it gives me that little energy juice boost, and it, you know, it fills me up pretty well, which is nice. So
yeah, for sure. Somebody in the chat, they're saying they snack on hemp seeds, nuts and fruit, baby bananas. Ducky doesn't like any melon because she's crazy. Fruit smoothies for breakfast. Yeah, see, but she does realize that Ducky does realize that salt brings out the sweetness of melon, so that's probably why I like it. Ugh.
Did you guys ever try goji berries?
no.
I haven't tried those. Have you been trying those?
Yeah, they're actually pretty good. I get dried stuff, and you can put it on like cereal or just eat them how they are. They're, I don't know, they're weird, but they're good.
That doesn't sound very good. Weird but good. That sounds
Well, they're
like
weird because they have like
reality.
little seeds inside of them, but they're good because they taste good.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I see them like they're at Target. Like I've seen like a bag of them, but they're like so expensive that I just couldn't like justify them. Oh, thank you.
One of the things that I want to try out, I don't know if you guys watch the Traveling Klats YouTube channel. He's a pretty cool guy. He's trying to lose weight right now too, and one of his favorite snacks are like these apple chips. and they just look so dang good. So I'm gonna look into those as well.
Does he make them himself, or does he just buy them?
It's like a bag of them that he buys.
Okay. I'm always
Banana chips.
banana chips. Yeah. I just like when we worked with the nutrition expert guy that I just mentioned. So between him and our surgeon's office drilling us about fruit, when you dry fruit, it brings up the level of sugar that's in it. So like if you're given grapes versus raisins, grapes have less sugar content than raisins. Huh? Oh, and you eat more raisins. But like dried fruit, I don't know. I just have like this hesitation. That's a question that we'll have to ask. But I mean, it's certainly better than a myriad of options, of course. I just have these weird, well, I guess they're not weird, but I just have all of these old things drilled into my head that I think hang me up from having fruit more often. I don't know.
I think at the end of the day, as long as we're not snacking on McDonald's cheeseburgers and things like that, even if your snack isn't the healthiest, I think it's one of those you kind of have to weigh your pros and cons of what your snacks could be.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing I wanted to say is I kind of limit the amount of fat in a product that I eat. And if you go to the store and you look at all these baked chips that are marketed to be healthy, they will have 5 or 6 grams of fat per serving. But I found there's something called Pretzel Crisp, and their flavor. I mean, they have just regular pretzel, but they also have flavored ones. I like the garlic, which seems to be a thing I like garlic. But they have 1 gram of fat.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah. So I mean, it's better than
Garlic is
6
very
grams.
What, Jonah?
Garlic is fresh garlic, and you can grind it yourself. It's really good for you.
I need to get. I used to put. We used to have this garlic paste that we used to add on a bunch of stuff. We haven't bought that in a while. I love the taste of garlic. It's so good.
My only beef with garlic is that I have to brush my teeth 12 times.
Yeah, same.
I smell like garlic for 2 days.
Yeah.
They keep vampires away.
You gotta do something to keep them away. Ducky says that reading labels is so important. It's true. And I'm actually really glad that Phil said what he said about the calorie count. Again, that's something else that I learned when I was working with a nutritionist, is not all calories are the same. You're in the chat. So it's just it's interesting. That's the problem with Weight Watchers sometimes, is that people will save their points so that they can eat one bad thing versus eating good healthy things throughout the day. And I mean, that's just, even though you're taking in the same calories, it's just the nutritional content is just not the same.
That's why I like MyFitnessPal, because you can go in and you can look and see what percentage you're going over on. If you're eating too much salt, or not enough of one vitamin, or too much of another vitamin, and it breaks it all down completely, so you can actually see what you got to do better on.
That was on MyFitnessPal, you said?
Yep.
I just logged back into that for the first time in forever. I should probably start using that more.
Yeah, I use it every day.
That's cool.
I like
frozen. Using that, I haven't started.
Oh, speaking of traveling, Clat, who just got in the chat. What were you starting to say, Todd?
I was gonna say just a good snack for me is frozen grapes. I'm a big fan of frozen grapes, just because it's not one of those things that you can just pop them over and over again. You just kind of have to work on one at a time, and I don't know. I really like them. I can just eat them all day.
I know, so many friends talk about that. It's another thing I should probably try. I like green grapes. I don't like purple grapes very much, but I do like green grapes.
How dare you?
I am so picky. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's weird because I'm like picky, and then but like the things I do like are weird things that most people don't like. Like one of my most favorite foods is calamari, and like a lot of people don't like seafood, let alone squid.
It's weird because I don't like seafood, but I love calamari.
Well, calamari is just so delicious.
I had calamari last night. I'm not gonna lie. I had calamari last night.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a little bit jealous. I had calamari.
It's okay. It's not a big deal or anything.
Whatever. Let me see over on Twitter. I feel so bad, you guys. I'm so sorry that first link didn't go well. Let's see. Let me hit refresh here. I know a lot of the questions were for Phil, which, again, you guys, Phil is most likely going to be on our March broadcast, and he'll have more time. He really only had about 15 minutes. He had a room full of people who were waiting on him to go to Universal Studios. So he just did not have very much time, and we were actually really lucky that he was able to even give us 15 minutes because he is at Playlist Live. Lucky duck, because I want to go to Playlist Live.
I'm so jealous.
We
Right.
should go to Playlist next year.
Yeah, next year for sure. It'll be a month after our 1 year.
I really want to go to the Harry Potter, the Wizarding World or whatever.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
isn't that in Florida too?
Yeah, they're all at Universal in Florida, that's where he's at, is in Orlando.
Yeah.
I'm going for sure.
Nice.
You're going to
Really
Playlist
love
next
that.
year?
Yeah.
I'll try and
That'd
make
be
it my
awesome.
goal and go next year too. It's really not that far from Atlanta.
Yeah, it's not. I just would like to go, like, if I knew people that I actually knew were going.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like going to that like high school dance that you don't know anybody at. It's kind
Like,
of
I'll be,
it's like you're just over there in the corner, like, hey, I do YouTube, but you know.
you don't know me, but hi.
Yeah.
That's like pretty much what I've been doing with all the Utah YouTuber meetups. I just like stand there and I'm like, I feel like I know a lot of the people because I watch their vlogs and stuff, so I just kind of join in the conversation, and now I'm just kind of like friends with a lot of them. It's kind of funny how YouTube brings us all together. And like all you guys, I've never met you guys in person, but I feel like if we did, it would just be like, what's up? And and there's definitely like a different vibe, this live broadcast to the first one when we were first meeting each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All day, every day.
We'd all be the same, just a little less pixelated.
Yeah, right, and less delayed. And we would all be in the same room, and I wouldn't send people to the wrong room on accident.
Have everybody rage quit in the comment section.
No. I feel bad. And sorry, now I'm eating dinner, too. We have some rotisserie chicken that we got with some cauliflower mixed.
I wish we could like send each other stuff through the computer because I don't know that.
And I'm like, here's some dinner for everybody.
Give it like 10
Also,
more years, you know?
I know. Well, where the heck is teleportation? I mean, really, I'm a little disappointed with our technology.
Yeah, or hoverboards. Where are they?
Those are supposed to be out this year, right?
Yeah.
According to the movies.
It's funny you mentioned hoverboard because I was literally just thinking from a Back to the Future where they put the pizza in like 3 seconds it's done. I'm just like, where's that oven?
Oh, that's funny. We should do like a live workout one time. Like set it up live on the channel so we can have all of the awesome people join us. We'll just all like do like Jillian Michaels 30-day shred or something.
I feel like I should lose a lot of weight before we do that.
Yes!
What? No. Okay, first of all, if you guys watch on my channel, I have got all of my workouts, and I'm in my little spandex outfits, and I'm out there, and Jillian Michaels yelled at me for not using hand weights, but that's okay. I have them now. So if I can do that, then all of you guys can do that. It's actually quite liberating to parade around on the internet in your gym clothes.
Yeah.
I've got nothing left. Yeah, see, they're saying they want us to do a live workout,
See, I'm
so
pretty much fine from like the waist up. It's the waist down. I don't particularly care for people to see. That's why I do YouTube. They only have to see me from the waist up.
yeah, but just stand up right now, and then you've got it out there, and then there's nothing left to hide. You've
I have
already
two-
got your starting photos online.
I have too many moving parts, I think. I think that's the biggest issue. There's just...
Whatever. I have Edith. I have a whole giant Edith that joins me on all of my workouts, you guys. And for those of you who don't know, Edith is my belly. That's her little name I've given her. She is so awesome. Sometimes she helps me drive the car by holding the steering wheel. Sometimes when I'm getting out of the car, she'll honk the horn just so I can get the attention of everybody around. Sometimes she likes to have a little fun with me and roll my clothes down and take a little peek. Edith. When we're swimming, that's when she gets all liberated and she tries to be free. Edith is my best friend. Can't go anywhere without her. Oh, Edith. She does jumping jacks with me. It's so fun.
I'm too overtired for this. I picture like a face and everything.
He has a face.
I
Yeah,
can't.
if you take it and my together, it'll have everybody's stomach will have a face.
I'm not. You know, Edith is just who she is, and she's not pregnant. She's very jiggly, and she's just who she is. Eventually, though, I'm gonna cut her off, literally, and I'm gonna have a funeral for her when I get my plastic surgery.
Poor Edith.
What?
Before you kill her, she should have her own YouTube channel.
Edith Vlogs.
No, like seriously, you could have her just like make faces, like smush, it together.
Well, as Mariah says, I'm on a mission to kill Edith. I am. I don't think I'll go to jail for this murder. It's true. And eventually, when she does die, like I said, she's just going to have to get chopped off. And I'm honestly going to ask the hospital to give her to me. And I'm going to bury her at sea, where she belongs. She can go be a mermaid. I'm going to make that a new hashtag. Mariah, you are onto something. That's my new hashtag. I can't talk because I'm so excited about
Thrash
it.
tag.
Hashtag kill Edith. Gotta get the crazy eyes. You're going down, Edith. I know we're best friends and all, but you're going down.
I feel like I need an ugly old man name for my belly.
Like Rupert
Yes.
or something cool like that.
Rupert! Edith will have a friend named Rupert?
Or Bill. Something really...
I don't have my belly ain't my problem. I would say my problem would be my hip thigh area.
Well, so then you have twins, so you need twin names.
Right.
Olga. And Helen.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yes, well, welcome to Amy's World that I have now let you all know about, Edith. She actually, okay, so I think the only other time I've really talked about her, if you go back in my vlogs, like way, way, way back in the beginning, I did the Susan G. Komen walk, and on the route, because it's downtown Salt Lake, there's Edith Avenue. And I was like pointing at this sign and then pointing at my belly. I'm like, But in full disclosure, I actually got the idea from Wanda Sykes. She named her belly. And it's an E name too. I can't remember what she named it. But mine's Edith.
I had a waitress the other day who sounded exactly like Wanda Sykes.
Really?
It was the funniest thing.
That's awesome.
Can I get you some water? I sound nothing like Wanda Sykes, but I think you guys.
Oh, that totally sounded like it. I mean,
I feel like it was pretty
like
accurate. Right? Right? I'll be the cheaper version of her cartoon voiceover.
Navy Girl 54 says that she needs to name her arm flab because they're worse than your belly. But, Navy Girl, here's the thing. I have already lost 100 pounds, so even though I'm still very plump, I'm also very flabby. And my church lady arms are going to fly me to Australia. I'm going to go on vacation. We're going to fly away. And Mariah, your boobs, at least you have them, because I've got nothing left. I'm just a mess.
I need to get rid of my moobs.
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 What is the Seinfeld, the man bra? What's that called? Manzier. Oh, the bro.
Manzier.
Bro. Jonah Ernest. I have a cousin named Ernest. We call him Ernie.
Alright, so I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna stand up.
Yes, Stephanie, do it.
Yeah.
See? Liberating.
Okay, so that was my problem area. Like, I don't like my thighs and my hips.
You gotta name it and clutch it.
You gotta name it and you gotta kill it.
It's all the top thunder thighs. I've heard that one before. So
It was so funny. That's gonna be the name of my next vlog. Name it and kill it. If only I could do that with bugs. If I named it though, I'd be like, I'm so sorry, Brian. You have to go outside. Too funny. Well, guys, we have been broadcasting for an hour now. I know everybody's got things that they need
it
to.
went so much better today.
Yes, the technical difficulties happened at the beginning, not in the middle.
Victory.
Bill needs
Like I
to
said,
get
I
it
mean-
together and be 15 minutes late next time.
I know. He was like, "Oh, I'll be at dinner. I'll try and jump on." And I was like, "Okay." And then so I was like trying to fix the link, and I hear he's in the room already. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, panic!" I'm like, "Create a new room, everybody, come to this one."
Well, it's funny because you're like, the button's not working. I'm going to go change it, and I'm like getting back on Facebook. He's on! He's on!
I know, my
Joan
phone.
and I are in here by ourselves, like, what do we do?
How do we make him stay?
Because he's like, are we getting on soon? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. If you could just hold on for like 15 minutes while we work this out.
I don't think I really like that my live broadcasts are going to be synonymous with, like, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Did I say that word wrong? Okay. But you guys all know what word I meant. What is the word? Synonymous?
It's synonymous.
Boom. See?
Nailed it.
Said. Mic drop. Conversation is finito.
Nailed it.
Yes, other people are talking. You do realize that I'm live right now, honey, right?
Hi, Titan.
They say hi.
Every time we do one of these, I feel like we're a radio show for the morning or something.
We should have a radio show for the morning.
We should do a
That would be
podcast.
fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say a podcast would
Yes.
probably be pretty solid.
And then we'll get famous, and we'll be able to actually like meet in person and do these things. And it'll be fun.
We should
If we
do
do a podcast, we could lie about our weight. I lost 22 pounds this week.
Yes. Look how
Like, oh, I
slim
wish
my
I could
face
see.
has
I'm like, you
gotten.
never will.
That's all you lost? I lost like 84 pounds.
let me pop this photo into Photoshop really quick and
Well, that's nothing. I lost a whole person named Edith.
Wow.
did you lose her or did you kill her? That's
Hey, you know,
That's
I
the
don't
question.
need to say anything that incriminates myself.
let the record show you already have.
If you guys, Tyson and I are just listening to this podcast called Serial. My cousins were telling us about it, but I wasn't really listening, and I thought it was a podcast about like breakfast cereal. But then we started down at my uncle's ranch, and when we drove home, Tyson started playing it for us, and it's about like trying to solve this murder kind of thing. And I'm like, this is not about cereal. I'm kind of confused. What's happening?
Damn, I wanted to learn about Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Or, I mean, grape nuts. Grape nuts are healthy, right? I actually like it.
I don't think I've ever had grape nuts.
Oh, they're so good. Try them, guys. A cup of grape nuts with a half cup of milk. So
Half a cup of milk with your grape nuts.
That's back in the days when we worked with our nutrition dude. That's what he used to assign me.
It's
Or maybe it was
great.
3/4 cup. I don't remember. Yeah, Mariah is saying we should do a live broadcast where our viewers can get on and chat with us. One problem that poses is Google only allows 10 slots,
And we're
and
fun.
I actually prefer not to even go live with more than 5 people because it gets so chaotic, and even with us, you've noticed we kind of talk over each other.
What are you saying? Just kidding.
I pulled out one of my
Where did
headphones
Amy go,
because then I
guys?
was
Can you
like,
hear
oh,
her?
no.
I can't hear you, Amy.
Amy who?
I'm just screwing with you. I'm sorry.
You know what? Sometimes I'm gullible and I think that you're being serious. I don't really understand what's happening right now.
Guys, you
I'm
know
now
something?
caught up that you're making fun of me, so I'll just let that slide.
We love you.
When you send me your footage next week, I might accidentally leave it out or add pictures of like mean people over the top of you. Or I'm gonna add in Wanda Sykes being like, you're a jerk.
Add in like fake skills.
Yeah. And Todd gained 100 pounds this week, so peace out.
But miraculously, next week he loses 103, so it's okay.
This is now the 5,000 project.
Yeah. I should mess with you with my editing, and none of you know the password yet, so. Anyway, Mariah, so that is actually the problem with having too many people, and we get sidetracked. So we need to figure out how we can make something like that work. Even if we just maybe have 1 or 2 viewers come in at a time or something. I don't know. There's a definite possibility that we could go through and kind of
Can you do
figure
that?
out.
Can you do that with podcasts, where you like bring people on and then like kind of? I don't know. I've never ran a podcast, but I think a podcast would be
That
cool.
is not in my pamphlet of things Amy does. Podcasting.
You could actually like add one person at a time, give them like 10 minutes, kick them off, add another person, and go through.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Were
I don't
you done
like that
talking?
Well, have we
But no, that's
had,
something
besides like the first week that we did it, have we had people submit, I don't even remember what you called it, but like we were going to have people that were going to submit where they were like doing it with us.
Yeah, the subscriber spotlight. I've had so many different people reach out to me and ask how to do that, which it's in the description of each of our blogs. At least in the last blogs, I have it in the description how to submit. But nobody has actually submitted, and there's been several people who have talked about that they're doing this alongside with us, and I've asked them to submit, and they want to wait until they have votes. So I can certainly understand the reasoning behind that. However, I mean, it's just your 1 week's worth of results. So I think that we need some of our viewers to jump on with us and be on there. Especially if our viewers have YouTube channels of their own. I mean, we definitely want to give you some encouragement and have like you guys on there with us and send some love over to your channel. So
yeah, and the thing is too. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Oh, okay. Well, with just the person, you were talking about people getting on with us. I know like Tanya was doing this on her channel, just like her personal like weight thing. So I may, be able to reach out to her to see if that would be something that she would be interested in, like coming on and talking.
Totally.
What I was gonna say is, like when it comes down to, if anybody wants to make a video and send it to us to put at the end of our videos, you don't necessarily have to talk about how much weight you lost or anything like that. You could talk about like what inspired you to kind of jump on the wagon and change your life, or anything that's motivated you, or what you plan to do or hope to do, things like that, because everybody starts somewhere, and anything you could say or do helps. You don't have to talk about, like, oh, I lost this much weight, or I gained this much weight, so.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, Mariah, I mean, totally. Submit a little clip. After this broadcast, I'll update the description to have the details, or like I said, go to last week's. I know for sure I have it at the bottom of there. You just basically go, you make your clip. You can edit it or not edit it. I can do the editing. I'm totally fine with that. Just go to WeTransfer, wetransfer.com, and then it'll ask you for the email address that you want to send it to, and it's just collabtheflab@gmail.com, and then it'll send it. And I prefer that method just because I keep it organized in my email, but also worst case scenario, you can just upload it privately to YouTube and send me the link. Is it privately or unlisted? Do it unlisted, and then I can download it from there. So, Mariah, that's amazing success in January, by the way. So, everyone, clap for Mariah. She lost 16.9. That's awesome. Very, very awesome. So, that would be, and like Todd said, like, you don't have to, it doesn't have to just be your weight, and that's something that I should probably touch on more. I mean, I talked about it when we very first started talking about it. Like, it doesn't have to be weight loss. You could have like small goals too. Like one goal could be that you wanted to work your way up from being able to do 10 sit-ups to 20 sit-ups or whatever, or just like Todd said, like that you're now starting and you're now motivated. So it doesn't have to be just about the numbers. And if you're worried about what you look like on camera, for those of you who may not have a YouTube channel, We just showed our bellies, and I dance around Hispanics on my channel. And trust me, you look fabulous. So submit your video. And if anyone throws any shade, we will come at them and block them from our channel. So simple as that.
Next month, Jonah and I will be watching Stephanie, Chantel, and Amy work out in front of everybody.
Well, you guys lead the workout, right?
We'll be doing like arm circles and,
Oh, jeez.
Eating
things
popcorn.
like that. Non-jumping activities.
Well, you know
No,
what
I didn't
they
promise
say.
I was jumping.
Well, here's the thing, Stephanie, and I know Chantel is watching, so she'll back us up on this. It takes a real woman to have enough balls to work out on the internet, and if you guys can't keep up with us, then that's fine. We'll do it ourselves.
I did Jillian Michaels once, and I was doing like that thing where you like swing your arms, and I hit my hand, and it was bleeding, and then I never did it again.
Wonder what Jillian would say if you tweeted her that.
She'd probably laugh at me.
She'd probably kick your butt because she yelled at me for not using hand weights, and I'm never going to get over it.
She's kind of scary, though.
Chris Powell believes in me.
Yeah, I love Chris Powell. He's like my favorite celebrity trainer.
Yeah,
I
me too.
always wanted him. If I was going to go on that show, I would have wanted him.
Oh yeah, for
I don't
sure.
think I could go on that one because I would just be like this the whole time. You want me to do what? I'm sorry. Can you take your shirt off and tell me that?
And then he'll be like, I mean, yeah, I guess, but you still have to work out.
And then his wife will come into the room and I'll be like, oh my gosh.
Camera one.
You'll
camera
lose a whole
two,
bunch of weight
camera
from
one.
drooling.
Nice Wayne's World reference there.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you caught that. I'm pretty sure I had a Will Ferrell one last month, and you and Tyson completely blew me off on it. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
What? When?
It was that, I think it was like Tyson was singing with the ukulele or something. I said he had the voice of like Fergie and Jesus,
Oh,
and you guys just
Yeah.
left me hanging on it, but it's okay.
we're not. I've seen Step Brothers like once. And that was like 1,600 years ago.
I'm just saying the movie is part of our American history at this point. You guys should know a bit more about it.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Okay, I missed it. What movie are we talking about?
Nothing of importance. No, I'm just kidding. First we were referencing Wayne's World, and then we moved to Step Brothers.
Oh, I've never seen Step Brothers.
Thank you. I've seen it like once. And if I was given the option between Step Brothers and that race car one that I can't even
Talladega
remember,
Nights.
yeah, I would pick Talladega Nights.
I just don't know what to do with my hands.
I like shaking the table. Edith, you don't need to shake the table. Oh, goodness. Hopefully this is entertaining for everyone to watch. We really have grown as a family, and like I said, the vibe from our first live broadcast to now is so totally different because we've just been in this weight loss thing together. Stephanie said she's going to lose weight by peeing her pants for Todd, so getting all of R. Kelly on her.
Hey, water weight, man. It's all about that water weight.
Yes. I should change mine from Water's Wife to Water's Weight.
That would be a good weight loss channel.
Well, we used to have a blog with a B called Water's World, so there's that. With our last name, you kind of have some options, you know.
Like Disney World.
Have any of y'all like noticed like that you're smaller in any area on your body this month?
No.
So
Yeah.
I feel like I am in my face some.
My I don't know. Do you mean like if you lost weight, you look smaller, or just areas where you don't have fat?
No, I just like if you've had a change this month. Because I feel like I was looking at my face just like today when I was putting on my makeup, and I just look like my face is smaller to me.
Yeah, I actually think your face looks smaller too. And you would be, I mean, obviously, what do they say? Like, you notice the change first, and then the people closest to you, and then the people not. I don't know. I think I might be doing it totally backwards. One thing that we kind of failed at is measuring, which I know is really helpful, like on weeks where we're not losing weight, you probably lost inches. So that wouldn't surprise me, but I haven't really felt a change in my clothes so much. I do feel like, I don't know, right below my like bust area and before Edith muffins out, I always feel like that's where I lose it first. But I haven't really noticed that. I mean, but I'm only down like almost 6 pounds, so I haven't really noticed. But somebody on Instagram commented that my face looks thinner, so I don't know. But I haven't personally noticed anything.
I always lose weight in my face first.
Yeah, I noticed yours too. I think I made a comment on one of your Friday videos. I want to call them vlogs, but I guess they're not vlogs. I noticed your face was getting thinner too.
Oh, well, thanks.
Everybody's just losing weight.
Everybody's
do what I
like, we
can,
even
you
have
know?
to contour for this.
You guys ever listen to that comedian? I think it's John Pinay or John Pinette. He was this really big comedian, and he ended up passing away like this past year, but he ended up losing like 100 pounds. He was still about 400 pounds or so, and people said, I can really see it in your face, and like his only comment was like, how big was my head before? Because like nobody would comment on anything else because he's still a big guy, but he lost a lot of weight in his face, so that's what I think about every time.
I think it's kind of funny, like, I had a friend who lost like a ton of weight, and you could totally see it, and then she rebounded and gained some, and it was interesting to see that, like, when she was at this weight the first time on her way down, and then at this weight on her way up, like, she still looks like two totally different people. And then I've noticed that even with my pictures with my regain before this project thing we're doing, like, it's interesting that you can lose and gain weight, but it doesn't necessarily go back to where it was. It's weird. The body is so weird.
Yeah.
I never thought about that actually. That's interesting.
I noticed that about me too, but because I'm on testosterone, I think that's why. Because it does play a big role on body fat distribution. Like, I don't have hips.
It's crazy. That's weird how, like, so, like, everybody's situation and, like, different things, like, how they, just totally different. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Everybody's different. That's it.
I think one of the craziest transformations from YouTubers is Shay Carl. Like, I was watching him on Dave Ramsey earlier today. I don't know if you guys watch Dave Ramsey, but I freaking love his show on YouTube. But Shay Carl was on Dave Ramsey after he lost all of his weight, and then I went to Shay Carl and Colette calling Dave Ramsey like 2 years before that when they were announcing that they were debt-free, and he was like, had to have been at least 150 pounds, 170 pounds heavier, and it doesn't even look like the same person. It's just like when you see, like if you watch Shay Carl's earlier videos and you kind of, I don't want to say grew up with him, but watched him a lot in the early years, like he he was a big guy, but you never really, thought about it too much. You're like, oh, well, that's Shay Carl, no big deal. And then, you see him now, and then you go back and watch the old stuff, and you're like, holy cow, like, he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. I was noticing that because he had that huge beard, too, for around Christmas time. And I was watching a vlog he just uploaded today or yesterday. He's got his beard down, and I was noticing that even in the last couple of months, how thin his face gets. That's where I feel like he loses his face fat first.
Yeah. Good old Shay Carl.
A weird thing about him is that I don't know if anybody else noticed, but his voice even sounds different now that he's smaller.
I think I noticed that when I lost my first 100 pounds with my voice. And I mean, obviously when you have that fat on your neck, it's like pushing on your vocal cords differently. But also, like, you're less breathy when you're speaking. It's like things you don't even, like, those are the things you don't think about. And one thing I noticed with my first 100 pounds is my shoe size went down. And that's something I thought for sure shoes would always be the same. But no, my foot went down because it wasn't so plump. But, the little things. And then because I did lose weight in my face, I have, like, crow's lines or whatever, like smile lines now, because my face is also not as plump. All the little things.
And Ducky, no, I totally dropped the ball on doing measurements. I plan on doing that very soon. I know that a lot of people don't lose weight, but they will lose in measurement, so I need to step up my game on the measuring stuff, so really soon.
Yeah, I think we all should. I mean, I think that would be helpful for us on the weeks that we're kind of feeling discouraged, especially like if we put in a lot of hard work and we're just not seeing any numbers change. Because even though like this project obviously is about the number because it's the 500 project, it's also like a healthy living thing, and we have to keep in mind that it's not just about the number.
It could very easily just be the 500-inch project.
Yeah.
When you think about the inches of our arms and legs and waist and chest and everything like that.
Yeah, well, especially because I always think it's funny because I don't think about it, but when people are like, I've lost a total of like 10,000 inches, and I'm like, because I only think around like your belly, your EBIT zone or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you realize they're like counting their arms, and then, you know, even when we did the nutrition guy, like he would even measure like our calf. Like it's all these weird things like in your neck. Your neck is a big one. Well, I
We
mean,
used to do that in sports all the time.
Oh, she's over here now. I'm sorry. Oh, Chloe, you're going to be an internet star, and we thought Gator was the crazy one. You're just hogging the spotlight today. Gator normally is all over the place on my vlogs, so I guess Chloe wanted the time to shine. All right. Well, if anybody in the chat, do you guys have anything else? I mean, we've been going for an hour and a half. Yeah, you're right, Becky. We are kind of hard on ourselves. Yeah, that is one thing. I don't want, like we need to be, I don't know, we should probably be less hard on ourselves. That's really all there is to say.
I mean, literally, I was like depressed last week. It was not fun at all.
I know. But it's kind of hard to find the balance, though, because not that I want anyone to be depressed, because trust me, there's enough outside of weight and this collaboration to be depressed about in life. But, like, sometimes you have to find the balance because you can't just excuse away everything every week. You know, you do have to find the balance of, okay, I did this, and this that I should have probably done differently, you know? So it's kind of hard finding the balance of not being too hard on yourself because that's not helpful at all, but also like taking it as a learning experience and changing what you know that you could have done differently. But I mean, but with you, Stephanie, I mean, you've done a lot of things right. So I mean, that is really hard when you can't necessarily pull out, okay, well, I ate this or that or whatever. Like, you know, if there's a week that you did everything almost perfect, and you still, you know, but that's where the measurements come into play.
Right, right.
Are any of you guys committed to any certain workout programs? Are you guys just doing like what you can when you can?
I'm just doing what I can when I can. In the summertime when it is like warmer and there's more like consistent things in the community, I'd like to do more of a committed thing. But mostly I just kind of play it by ear with the weather. If we do have a storm or whatnot, I'm not about to go out to the gym, so I do just more videos here at home. So I'm kind of chaotic, random.
Yeah. I've done videos like P90X and Insanity and things like that. Working out in front of a TV to me or a computer, it's just really not my thing. I know it's convenient if it's cold outside and you can, you know, things like that, but I don't know, I can't do the same workout over and over and over again. I just get bored with it. So I've just been trying to, I don't know if you guys have watched our updates at all, but I just do stuff before I take showers and things like that. But I can't wait till it's a little bit warmer and I can just get outside and move around.
It was really nice today, though.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. This is the nicest day we've had in a while, and then it's raining where I am right now.
Oh,
It's not raining here yet.
It's nice here, but a lot of snow.
That's so crazy. We have like no snow, which is really scary because we need snow. But it was like 65 or 70 today, which is just absurd for Utah. But it's helpful for my mood, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Oh, Sinella is saying. I think I say that wrong every time. Sinella. I think I said that wrong last time too. Anyway, one big fat run. It's a hashtag. Hashtag one big fat run. So we'll have to look into that. And also, the details of where to send in your clips for our spotlight, again, is at the, I'll put a description when we're done here on this update, or if you go to our last update, it's at the very bottom of the description. You just go to WeTransfer. Let's see, I'm just kind of browsing through the last of the chats. And yes, if you do send a video, we do ask that you do it either vlogger style, where you're like selfieing the camera, or do tripod interview style. Just because I know a lot of people are really, like, let's have a hard time. I know we were joking about it earlier, like if we can show our body, you can't too, but that's part of what's accountability about this. So if you're just unfortunately not comfortable being on camera, I completely understand. We've all been there, you know, but please understand that, like, you are pretty effing awesome the way you are, and we all have been in different points in our life, and we're all at different points in our life, and we're all just amazing people, and you're not going to get any hate on our channel because we don't tolerate that. This is about being accountable and just making healthy choices. So yes, you do have to film yourself if you want to do the spotlight. And if we get multiple spotlights, it depends on the time of the editing, how long the update is. We might not use you that week, but we will use you eventually. So just keep that in mind as well. So, the next one, what, Ducky? The next live broadcast will be March 1st, I believe. So normally the live broadcast would be the first Sunday of every month. We did move this one because the Super Bowl was a little bit interfering. And then just as long, if you guys want to be in our weekly updates, those are not on live ones, obviously. Those are on the edited ones. And I need your footage by Saturday, and then I edit Sunday morning. So just get your footage in by then. Okay, I think that is pretty much all we have time for this live broadcast. Thank you all for again sticking with us for Shaky Beginning. I'm sorry that there was 2 rooms created. I'm grateful you guys all found us. Go back and watch Bill. He had some really awesome advice for us. He will try and jump in for March, so we'll have more questions that we can ask him. And again, I'm going to link to his channels, but I'll link his Twitter as well. He's so active on Twitter that I bet if you guys had questions, he would answer you there, and he threw out his email address as well if you go back and listen. So, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Do you guys have anything else to say before we sign off?
No, I just thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support, and Ducky, we usually, what is it, the first Sunday of every month we do the live broadcast? Generally.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It means a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.